why you guys all came out here in the rain as opposed to staying in and stalking your exes or something online. But I guess you can do that here as well, right?
Yes.
Woo! All right. So, since everybody's talking about the royal wedding, I'm gonna follow suit and talk about it because I'm vulnerable to peer pressure. I clearly didn't listen when they said the lectures about just say no in high school. So I did get up for the royal wedding, but I really don't see the point of getting up for the royal wedding because it's like giving people false aspirations when you get up and you know it's like, oh boy, we could have this too, look at this, and I'd rather get up late and admire other people's shitty lives rather than get up early and admire a life I don't have. So I did get up though because I am half British and I don't have an accent, sadly. And I think though one thing that I would get up early for at 5 in the morning is like stalking. And I'm not a psycho, but one of the things I think is that stalking is good for you guys. And just hear me out. This is gonna be like a campaign. But the one good thing about stalking is you can do it at any time, right? Any time of day, we can go out and stalk someone, right? So there's no, you can fit it around all your other activities. The other good thing is that it improves your knowledge of geography, right? Because you got to figure out where people are, and you get really efficient at doing research. So if you're a good stalker, and you're persistent, and you got to think of new ways, so you probably can get hired at almost any job. Does everybody have jobs or no?
Yeah.
Woo! Everybody's got a job here. One person has a job. We're doing really well. Woo! But the economy's good. What's your job? Everyone says the stereotype really is true about comics, that they're comics because they can't succeed at anything else, so that's why they become a comic. I guess that is true, because one person, that's how you get into comedy. That's why people get into comedy, because there's nothing else they can do well at. So that's why people become, and one person's got a job. But you know, the worst thing is, like, you know, if you have a starving, there are like starving artist jobs, right? Like you can be a barista, you can, you know, be one of the ticket takers, you can be, I don't know, a bartender, a waitress, a pedicab driver. But I guess the worst thing would be is if you have a starving artist job and you're not actually a starving artist. If that really is your lifelong aspiration to, you know, become a bartender or a waitress or pedicab driver. But then again, maybe it's good to be realistic, right? Because when you stop giving a shit, then at least you're not disappointed. And that's what I learned from dating, is that you should just never be disappointed and have, you know, realistic expectations. And I dated a guy and he basically had me running all over the city and doing errands for him, and you know, now I can be an executive assistant. And he had multiple girlfriends as well. And one of the good things about having a guy who dates many other people is at least you can make fun of him together. And you have other people who would understand exactly what you are talking about. Where you're like, isn't he lazy? Oh yeah, he's lazy. And we can all just talk about it together about what a lazy schmuck he is and how he doesn't even know how to push send on the email button. And so at least other people can kind of empathize with you. And people talk about, like all of you talked about polyamory. And you know, that was always a mystery because I'm like, how can someone have multiple lovers? Like, and I've got a girlfriend and I've got a boyfriend and I've got this. And I'm like, it's hard enough for me to find one person that I like, yet alone, you know, date multiple people. And I'm like, you know, and how am I going to remember like all of the details about them, even though I have like a, you know, close to perfect memory? I still don't know, like, well, which boyfriend is the doctor and which one is the architect? Like, it just never made any sense to me. And like, you know, would they really like each other, or would they team up? Like if I dated two guys and like be like, yeah, isn't she awful in bed? Yeah, she's awful in bed, and like they'll team up against me. That's why I've always been like, is it really a good idea for me to date multiple people? But anyway, that's all the time. Thanks so much, guys.